As many of you who play ranked know, there's been a lot of toxicity in solo queue, and there have been a lot of posts on the player behavior forums as a result of that. So I want to address what's going on, why it's happening, and what you can do about it. Let's start with the first question. What's going on? For those of you who play ranked regularly, I probably don't even have to tell you, as it's likely been on your mind and been the reason why you've paid attention to it more. To put it simply, this season is slowly but surely coming to an end, and though I don't know the exact date yet, we'll likely wrap up sometime in November. Because of that, two things are happening. First, people are getting more stressed out when it comes to the rank ladder, as more so now than ever, your rank is going to start mattering more. That means more stress overall, and subsequently more people raging, playing badly, and just generally going on tilt. However, the second part pertains to all of you watching this if you play ranked, as it also means you are going to more vividly remember each and every single bad encounter, beyond just what the negativity bias, our natural tendency to remember the bad over the good, would have inflicted otherwise. I will not say which one is more prominent or more to blame, but I can confirm that both are being a factor. At the time of recording, I am a Diamond 5 support player who isn't very close to any sort of series, but is definitely seeing more toxicity than normal. I will admit that it has gotten worse, and if it's gotten less stellar for me, I know that it's gotten worse elsewhere, especially if a promotion series is on the line. However, don't you dare use this as an excuse to say you're in elo hell. Your enemies are running into the same nonsense as you are, and though it might not be the same on a game-to-game basis, over time it will balance out. That brings us to what to do about all this crap. Most of what I'm going to mention are all around good things to keep in mind, but are even more applicable now that we're starting to enter this crunch time. Since most of you are low elo players, simply due to the proportion of people in each rank, let's start there. In low elo, winning the early game is the most important thing you can do, as if you're able to do that, then it's very easy to snowball that success out of control. Most people don't know how to come back from a lost lane, and even if they did, they're too busy getting yelled at by their teammates and contemplating surrender to make that comeback real. Just don't get overconfident yourself. The throws can also be real if you're not careful. As for you high elo guys, remember this key aspect of the game. The best objective is the safest one that has the most impact. Risky plays can be fun, or awesome depending on the circumstances, but you're dealing with people who may know how to work against that tactic even if you're grossly ahead. Don't take the risky tower dive, take the turret. Don't take the risky 4v5, take the dragon. Don't take the baron, ever. Let the enemy find out why it's the throw magnet. Now to address all of you. Once again, this is something that we should all keep in mind when playing ranked or doing anything worth working towards, but it bears repeating. Don't try and rush your progress. Under no circumstances should you ever put yourself under any obligation to do anything outside of just playing this game as you normally would. I understand wanting to play a large number of games to try and get some progress, and you can get some nice win streaks from it. But that also leaves you open to massive losing streaks. After all, you gotta have that rank now, right? You gotta turn it around now, right? Calm the hell down. All you're going to do is make yourself susceptible to going on tilt, make the damage worse than it would have been otherwise when that happens, and in doing so perpetuate the idea that the rank queues are a lot worse right now than they are normally for everyone around you. If you want this community to be better, make sure to do your individual part in not making it yet another end-of-season cesspit. So, when you find yourself angry or frustrated at this game, be it from the community or from your own play, stop. Just stop. It's not that hard to click log out and go play something else. This might be a highly competitive game, but in that competition, we cannot lose the fact that this is, at heart, just a game, and very few of us, if any, will ever go pro. In the end, you are the only common denominator, and you cannot expect your allies to keep their head above the water if you keep letting yourself get dragged in by the current. You're better than this. Patience is a virtue. Learn it. As for your allies, they are only your concern insofar as to how you react to them and play off of them. Never reciprocate a toxic or troll player, as that only makes the situation worse for the rest of your team. When in doubt, silence is the best answer. The mute button is your friend, and you should use it whenever you feel that nothing will be gained from conversing with someone. If they think you're stupid for not joining them on their 1v5 and then complain about it, they aren't worth your time and effort, and dwelling on that will only distract you from the inevitable fight that lies ahead. If someone is legitimately trolling, then wait a few minutes to reduce the likelihood of running into them again. It'll also give you some time to think over the last match and hopefully figure out what you did wrong and what you can improve on that, which means you go in with a fresh perspective and don't have to worry about that past loss. More importantly, keep this one question in mind. If you become the thing you hate, a toxic player, a troll, feeder, leaver, whatever the case may be, in order to try and squash it out of others, have you truly changed anything? Thank you for listening, and thank you for doing your part to help keep the cesspit from becoming more overwhelming. Keep the above in mind when playing, but whatever you may do, I wish you the best of luck on the fields of justice.